I'd like to welcome you back. It's another edition of New Guitar Day. The kitty has to inspect the box because that's what the kitty does. She's our charm, even though sometimes we get guitars that aren't so good. So she's going to inspect it. Came all the way from Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri. Okay, now we have to take our assistant out of the picture. Yep, she's going to complain. We're going to up her aside. So this is a Squier Bullet Telecaster FSR Butterscotch Blonde. This is the third attempt at getting this guitar. And we began this journey back on August of 29th. And it is now November the 19th. So the first one was advertised as a scratch and dent, and it was a smash and bash. The second one was a brand new one that had a defective neck pocket, and the neck didn't sit correct. And here's number 3. And my first concern is this, and I hate to be overly concerned, but if you listen, let's tune this in over here. That's not good. You know, rule number 1 when you pack a guitar is it shouldn't move. Now this guitar was supposedly opened up and looked at by somebody to ensure that it was not a dud. But I'm concerned that whoever did it didn't put the cardboard headpiece in it, because a guitar should not move around like that. So that's a big fail on whoever opened this guitar up. And we're going to take you in for a look to see. Well, it has the piece of cardboard there, although I'm wondering, I don't know. Does it? It's hard to say. It looks like it was done properly. It has the headpiece on it. So the good news is these guitars are pretty dang resilient. After all, it is a Squier, and it is a Bullet. But considering that this is number 3, we're going to be very persnickety in our scrutiny. It was fairly cool today, but I didn't think it was cold enough to warrant any kind of acclimation. Although I will let the guitar sit out and do its thing. So first thing we're going to check is the neck pocket. That feels good. Frets feel a little sharp, but that's not unheard of in the land of, and it is an 18. So great. These strings look like they're fairly well aligned. It's got some nice little blemish action, which is sort of nice on these guitars. Sort of gives them their personality. Again, the neck pocket feels really good. Switch. So on preliminary investigation, and keep in mind, friends, this is usually the case with me, is I'll look at a guitar and I'll say, wow, that guitar looks incredible. And then I'll take it out and check it out. And then I'm not so happy with it. But I think this one, upon first inspection, looks like it's going to pass the test. I want to give a shout out to Daniel at Musician's Friend. He went the extra mile with this. He hung in there with me. We sort of went back and forth. Took a little doing. He's a great guy to work with. Keeps your sense of humor intact. After all, it is just a guitar, and an inexpensive one at that. But still, even inexpensive guitars need to pass a certain level of quality. And again, upon first inspection, you know, the things that matter. I mean, the one I sent the one back because the neck was just totally hanging out over the pocket. This one feels good. The string alignment, it looks a little off, but again, it's a bullet, so I'm not going to sweat tiny, tiny details. I just wanted to be able to play. I wanted to stay in tune and play. And this one you can see a more definite, the 3 pieces of wood, but you know, sometimes you can see that on the more expensive ones. I like these little, I'm not even going to call them flaws, they're just fingerprints. They give the guitar sort of a unique quality. So, I think initial inspection, we're doing okay. So I'm going to let this guitar just warm up. I'm just going to take it out in the living room, let it warm up for a half hour, and then I'm going to play it, and if any glaring issues come up, I'll be back. But otherwise, looks like mission complete. 2018 Squier FSR Bullet Telecaster Butterscotch Blonde. And again, today's date is November the 19th, 2018. So there you go. We'll be back. Okay, we're back for the conclusion of this guitar. 2018 Squier FSR Bullet Butterscotch Blonde. Pretty shocking what a nice guitar this is. And not just this particular guitar, which happens to be a very nice guitar, but these guitars in general. This is the third one that I had. The Smash and Bash one played fine, but I just couldn't live with the Smash and Bash. And the second one that I got, which had the poorly cut neck pocket, still played really nice. One of the things that really surprises me about these guitars, seriously, I think this guitar has more sustain than any guitar I have, or have ever had. It just is a very resonant guitar. Plays really nice. The only factory problem is that the fret ends, you could grate cheese, which I think I will tonight, grate some Parmesan cheese with the guitar neck, and then set about getting a file and cleaning those up. It's not an uncommon issue. I don't understand though why a guy in the factory can't take a file and just go down. The action on the guitar is nice. It's intonated really nice. The alignment of the strings isn't as good as one would hope. You can't really see in this because this camera doesn't want to bring you in close. But the high E string is almost falling off. But it doesn't seem to affect my playability. And again, for a budget guitar, maybe the neck can be straightened a little bit and sort of align that, but for the time being, I'm not going to worry about it. This is more of a true color right here. It's definitely the pumpkin spice. In the wood, you know, you can see the definite 3 pieces of wood, but again, it's not a custom shop guitar, so don't even know why I mention it. It's a very nice guitar. 3 was the lucky charm. This one looks like a keeper. The tone knob, I guess it just needs to be worked in a little more. The high E tuner was a little cranky at first, but it seems to have fallen into place. So all in all, I'm going to call this success. Unless something glaring, I didn't see any neck pocket cracks. The body seems to be in really good condition. The neck feels good. The fingerboard feels fine. Frets are a little scratchy, nothing that a few more hours of play won't take care of. So all in all, I do declare this guitar to be the secret weapon in Squier Town. Again, I'm not sure how they make these things for as little as they make them, and they're so playable. Certainly not like the budget guitars of years gone by that were just absolutely disastrous. This guitar plays really nice. Good tone, good sustain, good action. Feels great. So once more, a shout out to Daniel at Musician's Friend. He hung in there with me. We were both patient, wondering if the boat hadn't got lost somewhere in the Pacific coming from Indonesia, but it turned out, here it is, November the 19th, 2018. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.